Now to a News Channel exclusive. In the wake of recent killings of unarmed Black Americans, the NAACP has sent demands for change to law enforcement and elected leaders. I sat down with the local NAACP chapter president and the Santa Maria police chief to discuss calls for police reform ringing out across the country, including here at home. The president of the Santa Maria Lompoc branch of the NAACP says now is the time for change.
And it's just reached the point where enough is enough. We're done dying. We can't take it anymore. And we need to do something to end systemic racism.
The Santa Maria police chief says the video of George Floyd dying under the knee of a Minneapolis police officer was horrific and represents the worst of law enforcement, but not the status quo.
And this reflects poorly on all of us, and it's been it's a tough thing to see an occupation, something that you've dedicated your life to in an honorable way, denigrated like that. So it's very, very tough on everybody.
Santa Maria City Council member Gloria Soto met with Chief Hansen shortly after Floyd was killed.
We talked about the importance of ensuring that all of our officers complete cultural awareness and implicit bias trainings in order to ensure that what happens in Minneapolis does not happen here in our community.
Hansen plans for training to happen in the fall. The chief has taught police tactics in 35 states across the country, and he continues to be surprised at the differences in quality and funding for police training.
I think it's a good time for some national discourse about raising the bar on a national level with respect to law enforcement training.
LaWanda Lyons Pruitt offered praise to Chief Hansen for his part in reforming a Santa Maria department that had lost the trust of the community prior to a leadership change in 2012. Moving forward, she wants ongoing transparency and accountability.
We need to be prepared. We need to make sure that we have the proper procedures in place, such as the Citizen Review Board that we're advocating for.
Chief Hansen says citizen review boards can be biased for or against police based on who's appointed to serve on them. Instead, Santa Maria police conduct is professionally audited by the Office of Independent Review. A review is underway now, and when the report is complete, it will be sent to city leaders. Another change underway: how police do their job. Tactics like chokeholds are banned now in many departments. Another under criticism is when an officer cuts off blood flow to someone.
As far as tactics go, why not ban the carotid restraint?
I have not put a total ban on it. What I've done is I put serious restriction on it. Basically, it's only to be used if you are in a very violent encounter.
That chokehold, including the carotid, which I understand has been reserved for extreme cases, we need to make sure that those are eliminated, that those are banned.
Hansen says those tactics, when used sparingly, could keep an officer from grabbing their gun. In Santa Maria, it's been used 4 times in the last 5 years with no injuries. But the chief pledges to meet with the NAACP leader to go over the entire list of changes demanded.
We've got people that the officers grew up here. They know this community, that they're vested in this community and they care about it. And I've got to say, even with all the national discourse and all the protests and all the stuff, we have had incredible support from our community here in Santa Maria. And that even includes the protesters.
I'm feeling very hopeful. I thank all the people who have been standing in solidarity with us, and I am very hopeful that this time change is going to come.